What's going on, toxic gamers? We finally got some brand new information about GTA 6. We're gonna talk about trailer 3. We're gonna talk about the Lucia Bruna and all that. We're gonna talk about, is the game getting delayed? Apparently we're hearing it's not getting delayed for now, so that's some good news. And we also gonna talk about this disaster at our hand. Don't like, don't subscribe, because you really don't have to. But shout out to MCT. Roll it.
Is a huge catastrophe on its way. A phenomenon so monumental, it's going to bring a large portion of the world to a standstill. No, a guy didn't eat another bat in China. There's no government conspiracy theory here. Aliens could show up tap dancing grease lightning. It's not gonna...
And right now, bro, like, they're actually talking about the alien and UFO files, so it might actually get disclosed before we get GTA 6.
And stop what's coming. An event that's about to dwarf any live concert in history. Bigger than the most successful movie release ever. An event that doesn't need admission. You won't need tickets. You won't even need to leave your house. Thursday, November 19th, 2026. The day we enter Thunderdome. Not everyone's making it out. Go with God, good brother. Because the biggest entertainment product ever created will finally become available. But there's a problem.
Either this is gonna be like one of the biggest slap on the fans' face, or this is gonna be one of the biggest game. Either way, though, I guess we all understand, even if it's trash, which is very unlikely, though, let's be real, I think GTA 6 is gonna be good. But let's just be objective here. Even if it's bad, it's still gonna sell like hotcakes, and we're gonna have tons of people pissed. But I guess the game is likely gonna be decent too. Very good, and I hope it's very good. I mean, we waited a decade plus for this, so...
A big one. I've been going through the numbers, and I honestly believe this is going to be a complete and utter cluster. And if anyone listening to this right now that doesn't play video games thinks that this won't affect you, you couldn't be more wrong. Masses of people are already making sure they're not working that weekend. Some scumbag just committed the most horrendous crime possible and started crying because he was gonna miss it. Of course...
We covered that story, man, and there are tons of people already taking leaves, you know what I mean, and they are marking the days off, especially, and a lot of people did that for even like May 26, 2026, but then Rockstar ended up delaying the game, so there was that. But now we have a new date, so everybody's like, okay, now we gotta shift our vacation to November 19th. And if that actually gets delayed, oh man, it's so over. I don't think they'll delay it, but anything is possible, so...
I'm talking about the release of Grand Theft Auto 6. The most expensive piece of media ever created. The most anticipated piece of media to ever exist. For anyone that still doesn't truly grasp how ridiculous this launch is going to be, no single video game or entertainment product has launched and sold faster than Grand Theft Auto 5 did. That was over 13 years ago. I want to remind everyone what Luke Stevens said about this last year, because he absolutely nailed it.
I've made this prediction for a long time. I think you will see a quantifiable, like, economic effect of this game launching. I think you're going to see stores having to close because none of their employees showed up. I think you're going to see schools taking the day off because they realize 80% of the class will be gone. It's going to be madness.
I remember when Black Ops 1 came out, bro, all the boys were missing in the class, and I was probably one of the only 2 boys. And I was like, yo, where are the boys at? Where everybody's at? And then I pulled up, I got back home and I saw everybody. I had PS3, so, you know, at that time, especially if you had PS3, you could have seen like what your friend list is doing and what game they're playing. And everybody was like playing Call of Duty Black Ops 1 on Nuketown, playing Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies on Kino Der Toten, right? And all that. And then I was like, damn, everybody's on that game. What's up with that? Just searched up on YouTube, asked one of my homies to borrow me the game, and he literally said, nope, not gonna borrow you, it's so good. And I was like, damn it, man. I pulled up to Best Buy and ended up buying Black Ops 1, and that's how I got into Call of Duty. But yeah, so I remember how it was for Black Ops 1. Yo, GTA 6, it's gonna be different. I don't know how it was for GTA 5, because I did not go to school that day, so yeah, I was at home playing GTA 5, so I suppose it was probably similar for a lot of the young bucks at that time. I guess a lot of people like pieced out from school, but now, bro, we talking about a different timeline. GTA 6, bro, like the kids gonna be missing school that day. You also got people, you also gotta understand that the kids that were playing GTA 5, they were likely like, you know, teenagers or probably younger than that even, and all of them are young adults to adults, right? So yeah, everybody's waiting for this game, and when this drops, bro, it's gonna be chaos.
Like, the world will basically stop. Internet infrastructure will take a massive hit. Like, electricity bills will skyrocket because everybody's running their consoles. It's going to be wild. Like, it will be a probably once in a decade type of event. It's going to be madness. Maybe like once every 15, 20 years. I think a lot of people just underestimate how huge GTA is. Like, there was a huge flood of people playing Elden Ring when Kai Cenat was playing it on stream. That was basically one big streamer playing a video game that had come out a couple of years before that people liked, but people had tried. Every streamer on the planet will be playing GTA 6. Every...
Facts. Everyone is gonna be playing it, and if people that aren't even streamers, right, they're also gonna play the game and stream it at the same time, because why not? Why not? Exactly. Like some of you that might not even do YouTube, you're gonna get the game, right, and you're gonna play it, and you're gonna like, whatever, right? Why not stream it at the same time? So you got... Yeah, absolutely. So this game is truly gonna be massive. I just hope that it actually holds. I really hope that it carries us till GTA 7, let's just say, or you know what I mean, right? Because if GTA 6 turns out to be bad, bro, already we've had like Call of Duty Battlefield just doing poorly, and people are checking out from playing video games. Not everybody, but a lot of people are feeling the burnout. A lot of people feeling like that there aren't enough new good games. People stuck playing the older games, right? Some people like myself not even playing anything right now. We're just like grinding real life, and we're just waiting for something good. So if GTA 6 turns out to be trash, which is unlikely, it's still a possibility, though I hope it's not gonna be, but it still is a possibility, objectively speaking. But yeah, so if it turns out to be bad, man, we're gonna see a massive video game crash. Already, to some degree, we're seeing a video game crash where, gamers don't have that much confidence in new games, and rightfully so, because every game is after, like, your wallets. Like, the greed has overtaken the video game industry, and they're just churning out games left and right, incomplete, filled with microtransactions, and filled with slop. So yeah, right, plus they're using AI, and I mean, using AI, that's not necessarily the biggest negative. It's just it becomes the biggest negative when that's all they do and still charge you full price. You know, for example, like even Call of Duty has been selling microtransactions, and those microtransactions, back in the days, those microtransactions were handmade by the devs. Now they're made by AI for free. Or technically they would be paying like a subscription, but how much are they gonna pay for a subscription? Exactly, right? It's gonna be very little. So they're using AI to make it for free and then sell you for full price. That would be like 20 bucks, 30 bucks. At times it's even 50 to 100 bucks. Like, what are we doing, man? What are we talking about? It's just pixels in video games. So yeah, no wonder why everybody's going apeshit for on that, right? So, but let's get back to it.
I think a lot of casual players will be playing it. It's going to be massive. Like, it's going to be huge.
Staff shortages are going to be a bigger issue than people realize when this game drops, especially when it comes to retail and hospitality. Oh, you're fine. You've already got time booked off. Awesome. Well, I hope you're not pinning any hopes on DoorDash or Just Eat to run at full capacity that weekend, because who works in those places? Who drives Uber Eats? It's not the 50 to 60-year-olds that don't play video games. Delivery services in general. Everyone forgets how bad Amazon and the post office get around Christmas. This game drops 1 week before Black Friday. Can you even begin to comprehend the sheer volume of orders and deliveries places like Amazon are going to struggle with over that one weekend? Cheese and crepes. I ordered a Christmas present for Mrs. MCT last November. It took weeks to get here. Now imagine that same exact scenario, but
I mean, I'm in Canada, right? So, and I've ordered stuff around Black Friday, November, December, Christmas time. It ain't that bad, though. It ain't that bad. Yeah, like, I would notice, like, a slight delay, maybe, but not that bad for me, but maybe it's bad for, like, other countries. Maybe, especially, I guess, for him, it was bad. Okay.
Instead, you've...
Let me know if it was bad, or if it has been bad for you or not around Christmas. But this time, might be a different situation.
Got people who've booked time off work. Those who are off due to illness. And then you've got the worms that are going to take sick days to play this game on launch, even though they're not sick. They just couldn't get the time off because everyone else is. You're delusional if you don't think that's a genuine possibility. News broke this week that Heineken are gearing up to axe thousands of jobs because the demand for alcohol has declined. This got bounced back and forth with people saying, well, going out for a drink now, it's just too expensive.
That's good. People are going after more healthy choices, so that's good. Drink water, bro. Drink water. Get water, man. Hopefully these suckers not gonna increase the water prices.
Expensive. No one can afford more than one good night out a month. What's the age demographic for Grand Theft Auto 6? between 16 and 35. The average age bracket for minimum wage is 16 to 25. That's all the early age drinkers, college runners, uni students, the lost wanderers going from job to job. That's not an insult, by the way.
Yeah, young adults have less purchasing power now versus, let's just say, a decade ago. Right, because inflation, because everything is costing way more than usual, but the pays are almost similar. Even if the pay rises, it's not gonna be like a massive jump. But guess what? Groceries and everyday thing that you need cost way more than a decade ago, and the price is never gonna come down though. You know, if something is if something has doubled in price, it's not gonna go down. It might stay flat for a little bit, but it's always gonna go up, right? So yeah, no, we're truly living in crazy times. I remember back like a decade ago, if you were making $100 a day, you were doing fine, right? But now it's like, dog, like that's bad. Now that's not much right now. Is obviously if you're somewhere else where US dollar is worth like crazy to your currency, then that's different, right? Because I know somebody will be like, well, $100 is amazing, it's too much, right? It's amazing. Yeah, I mean, I get it, like especially if you're somewhere else, not in the US, not in North America, not in Canada, not in any Western country. If you're like somewhere else where, you know, it's cheaper, if cost to life is cheaper, then yes, $100 a day would be amazing for you. But here, bro, you're just gonna get by with it, right? And you're not gonna be able to do too much. You just need to be very, very thoughtful about where you're what you're buying and where you're putting your money. Which, I mean, even if you're making like a lot of money, I guess it's a skill, right? It's a good habit to have regardless, right? Because then you can actually invest your money and make more and this, that, the other. So yeah,
that literally was me for years. The point I'm making is this game drops 1 week before Black Friday. The exact age group places like pubs and clubs target is the exact same age group that are gearing up to drop stacks on GTA 6 on launch. So if places like pubs and clubs are struggling now, how bad's it going to get towards the end of 2026 when your customer base is not only buying this game, but are choosing to spend weekends inside playing the thing? And it's not just the game. Take the Piss Interactive themselves admitted they expect Grand Theft Auto 6 to skyrocket the console sales. Every Tom, Dick and PC player who are going to hang on to those Black Friday...
Yeah, a lot of PC master race is going to be big mad about it. They're going to be... I mean, truthfully though, like if you don't have a console, you got a really good PC though, and you know that the game is not going to be there day one, and you see the gameplay, you see everybody playing, you're gonna be like, bruh, like now I gotta spend $500, $600 to get either an Xbox or PS5. Most people will go for PlayStation, let's be objective here. So yeah, no, that would be disappointing. Absolutely, that would be disappointing. I'm saying that as somebody who has a nice PC and a PlayStation. I'm not playing any games nowadays though, but let's be objective here. PC players gotta feel a whole lot of disappointment though, and if the game turns out to be bad, oh, that's gonna be double disappointment. Right? Before I show you guys the trailer 3 news and all that, I just need to take a second to shout out you guys, especially the homie Paper for becoming a brand new member, the homie Aphrodite Hill, okay, reminds me of Aphrodite from God of War, but see, the homie Sean Jericho, creator's favorite, and the homie Sean again. Okay, we got 2 different Seans here. Thank you guys so much for all the love on the channel, for supporting the channel, for being members on the channel, and shout out to Miss Bond, Zoe, Elixton, the homie Quick Reaction, creator's favorite, and Josh for the super thanks. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel the way you do. Alright, let's get back to the content here, baby cakes. Roll it.
Friday deals for consoles and monitors. This is going to be a shit show.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
This is going to be a complete and total shit show. The worrying thing is, other than us, the ones who are keeping track of it, the ones who actually play these games, who see what's about to happen, no one else is taking notice. 2 weeks ago, Wall Street shit its pants and tanked the stock of big game development because of Project Genie, an AI generator that lets you build your own virtual world. The point is, the marching powder patrol on Wall Street has had its head up its ass so far when it comes to the gaming industry. They see money invested in the gaming industry, but have zero clue about the industry or how it works internally. They tanked the stock of the company that owns Grand Theft Auto 6. I know Kyle's going to bring up fiscal year and all the other buzzword crap, but if there's one company you bet your entire mortgage on in the next 5 years, it's Take-Two. How many times do we have to teach this lesson, old man? The gaming industry today is a monster. It's got investment, capital, and a solid fan base. People don't play Concord and sell the console. They laugh at it and go and play something else. No one loses interest in Grand Theft Auto 6 because High God shit the bed. We point fingers, complain, crank one out, and get back on the horse. People will do their very best to convince you the hype level for this game is at a record low. I disagree. I think it's just on hold. It's high.
Man, the gameplay is just lagging big time, bro. What the hell?
It's a grizzly asleep in a cave. The minute trailer 3 drops and pre-orders go live, you're gonna see it. We already got a glimpse of it. Last May when trailer 2 dropped.
Yeah, that's what I have been saying too. Right now, the hype definitely does feel like really insanely low. It feels like that nobody really cares for it. It's like, yeah, whatever, right? GTA 6 is gonna drop, whatever. And it really is. Like, even my hype levels are insanely down. I don't have the same level of interest that I had a couple of years ago, right? But even I have been saying that in my videos. I hope it's true. Nobody knows, right? But I have been saying this that, you know, a week before the game, right? When the next trailer hits, a month before, when the pre-orders go live, especially like 2 days before the game comes out. Whoa, the hype levels would be insane, bro. I feel like at that point, everybody would be like searching on YouTube for leaked gameplays and things gonna get leaked out. Everybody would be like pre-downloading the game, you know, waiting for the game, hoarding food, right? Making sure that they don't have to cook that much around the time the game comes out. Yeah, so the hype will be insane. I mean, that's what we're predicting. It might not actually be. You never know, right? It probably will be. It probably will be. Let's be real.
With the screenshots and the character bios, brother, you could not move for the dick riding. You know that when trailer 2 dropped with the screenshots and the character bios, brother, you could not move for the dick riding. You know that scene in Stranger Things when Jonathan and Nancy are in the spunk room? I'm gonna make a conscious effort to not finish that joke, but you get the point, right? And the launch we're talking about now doesn't even cover when online goes live. I think it's safe to say we all understand GT Online probably won't be going live on launch, but I am convinced that they are going to drop it before Christmas. That's the exact time period that they want us all playing it. The only time you'll see kids
they're gonna crash Christmas this time around by the looks of it.
Out on the street over Christmas is run into the post office or the bank to cash that crisp 20 they got from grandma in a card so they can go and get those shark cards. But what the hell happens over Christmas? Will we just lose 80% of all teenagers and early 20-year-olds? Will they cease to exist? Of course not. They're going to be inside milking that internet and electricity bill. To anyone that's actually got kids, brace yourself this Christmas. Yeah, you're not going to see them that much, thank God, but they're about to rinse you dry. They're going to run the absolute arse off your energy bill. Happy New Year. Staff shortages, energy consumption. Even when the game goes live, there's a chance servers are just going to melt their own face off. The sheer level of people that are planning on experiencing this thing together is unprecedented. It's actually quite worrying. This isn't the biggest live event in Fortnite's history. This isn't midnight launch of Avengers Endgame. It isn't physical release of the latest iPhone. This is millions of people all focused on one day all around the world. You don't have to leave your house.
I wonder, like, what's gonna be day one sales number? Like, it's gonna be in the millions, that's for sure. But how much do you think, like, people are gonna... I believe, if I'm not mistaken, GTA 5, how many sales GTA 5 did in one day or a weekend? If I'm not mistaken, it did 1 million. But I guess this time it probably will be like 5, maybe 4 to 5 million. Yeah, let's actually Google. Let's actually find that one out real quick.
It's not a ticketed event where there's limited availability. Everyone's welcome. Come and get amongst it. Unless I'm forgetting something, I've never known anything in preparation to this scale. But the worrying thing for me is the ignorance. The people that just see it as a video game, it's not important.
Yeah, that I know it did 1 billion in revenue, but okay, first 24 hours, the game sold a wow! Okay, why did I say 1 million though? I thought, okay, I might have mixed it up with the Call of Duty though, you know what I mean? Yeah, I remember it doing 1 billion. That one I remember, but this one, shit. First 24 hours, so the game did 11.2 million, and that was a decade ago? Damn! This time it can easily do 25 million then, right? Double that up. It's a little bit more than the double, but 3 days total. By the end of its 1 billion, yeah. But okay, so it does not say. Lifetime sales, we do know it has sold over 200 million units in its lifetime, like 10 years plus. But day one, 11.2 million. Okay, that's nuts. That is nuts. So I guess day one, this game can definitely do 25 million, maybe even more. Holy smokes, it ain't no dang jokers, bro. And when online goes live, by that time, we're talking like what? How many? 50 million maybe, perhaps, maybe more, maybe a little less. Oh yeah, the internet, the server is gonna be messed up, bro. The server is gonna go down. But what about trailer 3? Shout out to the homie GTA 6 video. You should roll this one.
They announced the date of their marketing stage of GTA 6. And here's everything we know. Let's go. First off, the marketing cycle for
Damn, bro, looking like part of the looks maxing community. He looks good.
Of GTA
big pose. I mean, he looks good. He looks good.
And here's everything we know. Let's go. First off, the marketing cycle for GTA 6 is officially set to begin this summer. Now, you could argue that it already started because everyone's talking about the game online, but Take-Two has said that the active marketing will kick off around June 21st, which probably means that in July we'll be seeing trailers, pre-orders, and other marketing pushes. This is what they consider the official launch cycle for the game.
Yeah, in May we're gonna have their next investor call as well. So we're gonna either they're gonna say the game is coming out, in November, or they're gonna delay it. I hope not, bro. I hope not. But yeah, don't let your dogs out though. But
next up, there's also a distinction between passive and active marketing. Passive marketing is kind of what creators are doing, which is talking about the game and spreading the hype. An active marketing.
Hey, that's you, homie. That's you, bro. That's you. Yeah. Oh shit. That's you, homie.
Is what Rockstar will handle directly with the trailers, ads, and official promotions. And that's what we'll be seeing this summer. Now onto the release date. Take-Two said that GTA 6 is still on track for the November 19th, 2026 release, and that is good news. But of course, it's only as solid as the info they have right now. Delays are always possible, but for now, the game is on schedule and that's what matters. Before the call, Strauss-Zelnick spoke to multiple news outlets under embargo, confirming that GTA 6 will have both physical and digital copies at launch. And of course, there were earlier theories saying that we wouldn't see a disc version on the 19th. But anyways, this has been proven wrong, and we will have an actual disc to play with GTA 6. And finally, let's talk about Trailer 3. Active marketing begins this summer, so it's entirely possible that Trailer 3 drops either at the very start of the campaign or slightly before.
I can see like June or right around the May investor call, which is like what, 2 months away by the time I'm filming this? A little over 2 months, right? 2 months, a week and a half. So I can see the trailer 3 coming out then, and perhaps we're gonna get like another one in June. But what about the online trailer? What about, so they need to market that too. Did you see this UFO video that just released recently? Yup, check out this video on the screen and I'll see you right there. This is definitely the wildest one to date, and I'll see you. Check it out and I'll see you there.